Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Marion Bowling Club for the Men's Country Carnival's singles final. Got Gerrin Jenke up against Andrew Stasinowsky. They've just had an up and back and they're straight into it. Stasinowsky winning the toss, I believe. At least he got the first bowl, so he may or may not have won the toss. That might be a poor start.
Isaac, I'm going to start up with a little bit of humour, although it is factual. It is factual. We had a bit of a break, and I don't know, 15, 20 minutes break, and as you do, Isaac, you find out a lot of things in the men's toilet.
Yeah.
I went to the toilet, and Stas was in there, and I just overheard him. I overheard him say, because someone asked him, how's the green? And he said, the green's magnificent, really good, but it just wasn't finishing the way I expected it to and the way that I'm used to, was his quote. Now, What does that mean, Isaac? I mean, that's toilet talk, but it's exactly the way he explained it in regards to his first game.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, we've watched this whole, like the previous game, that semi-final, first game of the day, in the morning here. You're probably not a huge amount of breeze. You're still working into the green. It would have got a little bit quicker as the game went on, and it looks like it's turning a bit more now. So can only assume that it was maybe just a touch, sort of, I guess, with no wind, a touch doughy, I guess.
Yeah.
It's probably still running good. Doughy's
maybe
maybe not the best. I hope the greenkeepers don't listen to this. But
No. But earlier in the morning, it's going to be different from later on in the morning and later on in the afternoon. 24.5 degrees currently here at Marion. And what are you going to call the breeze, Isaac? Are you going to call it a zephyr? Are you going to call it a gust?
No, yeah.
What are you going to call it? It's not overly breezy, is it? It's just nice.
No, it is very nice. It's probably keeping the temperature down a little bit. It's just a calm breeze here. I think, especially considering we're at Marion, I think a calm breeze is probably the way to describe it.
Stas' just last bowl is shot bowl.
Yeah, it may have been 3 down, so pretty good shot to draw that last one in. Gerrin, can he move the jack?
Oh, I'll tell you what, he was close to it. Jenke, of course, having an easier win. I'm not going to say it was an easy game because both bowlers bowled well, but Jenke coming into the final after a 21-5 win, and as confirmed, that's one to Stasinowsky. But Jenke having an easier game, but in saying that, we were watching it, and the game he had with Roundtree, even though it's 21-5, it was a lot better game than the score would suggest. But Stasinowsky, he had to come back from, I think it was 13-7 from memory. He came back and came good the second half of that game to get over the line over Matchin, who, as I say, led early, but Stasinowsky overlapped him and came home with a win in the semi-final.
Yeah. He, I very, very quickly spoke to Matchin just as he finished, as I was walking in, and said
it wasn't in the urinal, wasn't it?
No.
It wasn't at the toilet like my conversation with Stazza.
Nah, it was a little bit more professional. I tell you what, Gerrin's not far away here.
Yeah, nice bowl. Sorry to cut you off there, mate.
But no, Dave said he was disappointed, but I guess proud to get where he got to the semi-final. And but yeah, just a bit disappointed. Said he was still just trying to, I guess, learn and work through his own singles game. I guess it's something that we probably don't play that often.
Oh, good bowl. Great bowl.
Stasinowsky.
Good bowl.
Does force a change of hand here from Gerrin, which I think is a good option. A couple of bowls to land, a little bit wide, makes it off the black and back to the jack. 2 or 3 feet of weight is ideal.
Just a little bit wide. But it goes without saying, and it's a stupid thing to say because we're at country carnivals and they've had a big week of bowls and the cream of the crops at the top. It's a silly thing to say, but 2 semi-finals and the bowls was magnificent from all 4 players. And there wasn't too many bad bowls in either of the games of the semi-final, so well done. And like you say, with Matchin, he was just proud to be in the semi-final. Well, so he should be. I didn't see him bowl during the week, obviously, to see how he went during the week in other games, but today's game, he was very, very good. Just didn't get the job done at the end.
Gerrin played much better weight there. He'd be disappointed. His second one would have been really important. You know, he gets the shot that he was trying to get, and the weight's okay, but the weight that he played, because he didn't get it, his bowl ended up in the ditch. It doesn't give him any options. So that's third one he's just played there. Better weight. If he missed everything, he would have stayed on. Stasinowsky putting the pressure on.
Yeah, good bowl again.
Just slides past. Got a keeper, first slip, second slip, and third slip there. So yes. Gerrin's going to find it a little tricky to get the jack moving through.
You better be careful with those use of cricket terms, because I've been commentating. Oh, knocked a couple out. But I've been commentating cricket all week, so I might have some cricketing terms if you're going to go down that path. Probably kicked one or two out, I would think.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's made any real difference to the count. Another two. Yeah, 2 to Stas, takes him to 3. Gerrin 0.
Now, do we know the Christian names of these cameramen that are doing such a good job? And of course, the tech guy, of course. Magnificent Spacequake, and please be aware that I haven't stuffed up their name yet, but Spacequake... Who are the guys that we can thank for the live stream, Isaac?
You have asked. Yep.
Yeah,
so we got Simon, Murray, and Justin on the 3 cameras.
Yep. So cheerio to them. And who's sitting behind you? Who's the main guru? Who's the boss of the proceedings there, Isaac?
We've got David behind us, who is the one who flicks from camera to camera.
I'm pretty keen to get a hairstyle like David's. On his head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to go a little bit further? Bearing in mind we're playing lawn bowls and we've got very shiny bowls being used. Would you like to explain David's haircut?
Yeah, he gets I think he goes for the cut and polish.
Hopefully he doesn't turn around and whack us behind the ears. But they do a great job. This live stream is magnificent and very professionally done by Spacequake, and we thank them very much for it. As Jenke's got the shot, very high quality bowls as you'd expect, and have a look at that. Gee whiz.
Yes, Stasinowsky hasn't lost any form from game 1, but in saying that, neither has Gerrin. He hasn't been far away with any of his shots.
Streaky boys have just won their semi-final in the pairs for those people playing at home. Not sure what the score was, but it was pretty one-sided in the end. They haven't updated the scoreboard, but I'm thinking it was probably 21 to 2 or 3 or 4. I'm only guessing.
Yeah. We've got the other pair's semi-final. I have to think they're going to come into their last end here. I don't have an up-to-date scoreboard. I'm going to guess it's going to be pretty close to square.
Yes, good call. So with that in mind, in pairs, what's the format for that as far as you don't have to get to 21 in pairs? What's the rulings on pairs?
Yeah, mate, 15 ends. So best score after, or if you're winning, I guess, after 15 ends, and you progress through to the final, and it will stay the same in the final.
The score's just been updated, and it's 12-11, and I think the Bullaroo pair are down by 1. So 12-11 in favour of the other team that's not Bullaroo. I'm sorry, I don't know whether you've got their names in front of you, Isaac, but I haven't got them listed, I'm sorry. But anyway, Stas comes in. He's going a bit wide. Once again, not sure of the tactic, whether it's deliberately gone out wide to match up with the one that he's just knocked and sat next to. Not wanting to predict what's going through the heads of each bowler's thought process. But Jenke puts one down.
Yeah, it's the turning side. I think on this occasion it's just going to turn too far.
Yeah, just a bit early, an early turn.
Stas, I think he's going to run away with 1 here. which will take him out to a 4-0 lead if that is the case.
One taken away. Yep, just the one.
4-0. In that pairs semi, as you mentioned before,
yes,
Chook, it's Alistair Keller and Brenton Badenoch from Boolaroo up against Brenton Sinclair from Murray Bridge RSL and Derek Vanderzon from Jervois. So one shot in it, and they're going into their final end.
And the Streaky Boys won their game, and of course, based on the fact of the amount of ends played, they might not have played all their ends because they might have been in the lead far enough to know that they couldn't be beaten. So, but Chris Jackson, the marker here from Millswood, doing a very good job. Big cheerio to all the markers. And what do you do after today, Isaac? Of course, round robin's happening. Are you heavily involved in that as well, I guess?
Yeah, we are, mate. Among all the staff, we've all got a bit of a role.
Gee, have a look at that.
That's Stasinowsky. Won plenty of singles games in his time, Stas, so be very experienced. But yeah, mate, all of us have a role. Be men at Marion and the ladies at Lockleys, and the staff will be spread between both venues at different times with the different roles. Of course, tomorrow morning will be opening ceremony, so it's all hands on deck there, and then presentations on Friday just after lunch, so that's again all hands on deck.
And what is, once again, this is a question for our non-bowlers, but what is round robin all about? Is it a situation where all the regions get together, they have the round robin, and what is it for? Is it for the prestige of knowing that your region's the best, or does it come into state selection scenarios? Like, what's the ins and the outs and the do's and the don'ts when it comes to round robins?
Yeah, well, I think you've really hit the nail on the head with it's really all of the above. I mean, round robin is one of the longest standing events in South Australia. Couldn't tell you the exact date that it started off the top of my head, but the trophy's inside and it's got many a nameplate on there.
Very heavy to lift.
Yeah, it's a big trophy. It's a big trophy. It's definitely had to have a few extra rungs put on the bottom. Stasinowsky drawing a third shot. But yeah, mate, it is. It's there's pride for representing your region, pride for position, pride for winning it, of course. State selection certainly plays a factor. Prestige medley as well, which comes a little bit later. Gerrin Jenke.
Yeah, great bowl by Jenke.
A little bit stiff. He, for what it's worth, Gerrin in the previous game, Chook, from what I watched, seemed to really just have the rub of the green.
Yep.
And to that point, Fergus really didn't have the bowls gods in his favour. So it'll be interesting. Sometimes the bowls gods have a funny way of reversing it in the follow-up game.
Gee whiz, have a look at that. They're not far off the mark every time they put it down. So you organise markers and everything for round robin as well, I guess. Bowling greens and everything. You Bowls SA are all over that as well.
Yeah, mate. We operate on one umpire per green. Gerrin Jenke flicks himself in for shot. Played it pretty well. Black bowl in front was already shot, so it didn't matter if he knocked it closer. His bowl was if he was a little narrow, knocks his own in for shot. Played it pretty well.
One kicked away, and that's exactly what it'll be for Jenke. 4-1, I think the score is there, Isaac.
Certainly is. 4 ends played.
Just the... And one thing, continuing the conversation, one thing that I'm astounded by, and as Jenke puts it down on forehand, looks like a little bit shorter end than what they have been playing. Has his weight. I know when shorter ends come into my play and I put a bowl down, it'll be nowhere near it, but But one thing I'm astounded by with Bowls SA, Isaac, and I'm not just saying this to you because you're sitting next to me, but you guys do an amazing job. You really do. And I'm absolutely flabbergasted by the fact that your team is so small. Like, you haven't got many people working for you. You're surrounded by bowlers all around the state that probably have different desires and different needs and different requests and different this and I think you are the team. You and the team. It's a small team. I think you do a marvellous job, mate. And that's just. I'm not just saying that because you're sitting next to me and you thump me if I don't. But I think you do a fantastic job, and I'm sure everyone in the Country Carnival and everyone around the regions would appreciate everything that Bowls SA do for them.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, we've got a very good and passionate group of people who are trying their best and working their hardest to make sure we can deliver everything to the best of our ability, much like Stasinowsky is at the moment.
Yep. The one thing that I always say to people in hierarchy positions organising so many people, Isaac, is that opinions are like bums. Everyone's got one. Some are bigger than others.
Yeah, I like that. Gerrin Jenke just falling short. I'm not sure if he's going to impact. Okay, he does. Cuts it back to 1.
We'll also keep an eye on the pairs semi-final over there. It's getting close to the finish over there, so we'll keep an eye on that. But this one's coming in nicely. A little bit of a rub. Sit next to the kitty. Does it sit on the kitty? Yes, it does. Great bowl from Stas.
I reckon he's would have made that back to 3 shots too, just getting a little bit of movement.
It was a Wrigley and Jenke last year in the final. Can you remember the scoreline? Jenke went down. It was a good quality. It was a very good quality game from memory. I can't remember the scoreline though. But
I can't remember either. It was close though. It was.
And how good's Jenke getting in there 2 years in a row? I would imagine with the competition that you have at Country Carnival, it wouldn't happen very often.
No,
back-to-back finals.
Certainly not. See what this count is. Stas, probably fair enough, a little bit short on this occasion, but he's going to run away with 3, which will take him to 7, Gerrin 1. Measuring.
Sorry, mate, go on.
I was going to say measuring for 3 wasn't the case. We penciled it in a bit early. Only the 2, but it does still take Stasinowsky now to 6.
Isaac, can I just get the Spacequake guys to give us a bit of a heads up when there's a Cooper's ad on, please? Because I'm getting thirsty now.
Nearly midday,
How good
mate.
an ad is that, though? The Cooper's, the great
Very
brewery.
Cool. Very cool.
Spacequake doing a very good job and making us very thirsty along the way as well. If anyone's listening in the clubhouse, we might get a few Cooper's products.
Come on.
Do you think the boys at Spacequake are allowed to drink on the job?
Well, maybe we'll get through this stream and make sure that the cameras are pointing in the right direction first. Steady and still.
The cameramen are up on... 2 of them are up on a bit of scaffolding, and they've strategically placed their hats to make sure that they don't get sunburn on that particular side of their face. They're doing a great job. As Jenke comes in on the forehand, comes around nicely. How will it finish?
That's a great start.
That's a good start. Both bowlers, one's representing Murray Bridge, one's representing Berry. And they're both bowling very good bowls. That one's gone a bit wide. Maybe a positional tactic for later on.
Yeah, look, his first one was short, so it's easy to overcook the second one. But at the same time, he had all the reason to overcook it. Sits a bowler, trails a jack. If not, he misses pass, and now he's got all the confidence in the world just to sort of poke up there and get the jack moving, although Gerrin might do it first.
We've been... we can tell you that Bullaroo's got home with the win in the semi-final, 13-12 in a cliffhanger. And this is a good quality bowl as well. Is it going to hit and sit? Yes, it is. That's a lovely bowl by Stas. Now, what's Jenke got in reply?
Well, no reason to be short here. Sits a bowl or trails a jack for 3. I think he's pinched his line. Does have a pretty tight set of bowls, though. Got dynamics, aerodynamics.
Oh, didn't need that. But he makes his target for his next bowl a bit bigger, I guess.
Yeah, well, I think bigger and smaller in a way.
Yeah.
He sort of can get a little bit stiff off the front one now. Doesn't really change his shot. Stasby looking to tuck this jack around the corner if he could. Just ever so slightly. Misses past.
He's got the 2 furthest back bowls, I think. He's certainly got the one furthest back closest to the gutter, so whether that comes into play as far as a hell ball's concerned, let's keep an eye on it. Jenke's been bowling well. Got some heat on this one.
Yeah, more weight. Needs jack.
Oh!
Wowee.
Tell you what, didn't miss by much either.
Wowee.
Gee whiz. It'll be 2 to Stas.
That first replay really showed how close it truly was.
That's a very good replay, showing how close. Spacequake doing a great job bringing us all the action with the slow motion action replays as well as the action that's live, which we...
Stas out in that wider hand, which is the forehand, so Westfield side of the Marion. Should come home almost all the way, just going to lack a foot or so.
Jenke steps up to the plate. He's on the mat, he's going to go backhand, he's going to come commentary side. Once again, the weight looks pretty good. The line looks pretty good. Yeah, nice bowl. Perfect line, just a little bit heavy on the weight. Good position. Breeze is probably a little bit stronger than what it was an hour or so ago, Isaac. Probably puffed up a little bit, I think. And I reckon it might have even changed a slight direction of the breeze as well. So Jenke comes in, commentary box side, using the backhand.
First one just passed. Got to be looking to try and trail the jack again, I think, in the second. Reasonable effort.
Just turned midday. You've been here nice and early. I'm half thinking I'll hear thunder in a minute. It won't be thunder, it'll be your tummy rumbling.
Potentially.
Did you have some breakfast this morning? Oh, lovely bowl. Probably been in a situation where it might have cost him a shot, though, because he's probably taken it back to Jenke's bowl. He was probably holding 2, but now he's holding potentially 1, I would think.
Yeah, he hasn't really done himself too many favours here, Gerrin. All the reason in the world just to be up and into this. Sits a bowl, trails a jack. Not far away. Is he going to turn enough, though? No was the answer.
Yeah, 1 in, 1 out. Still holding 1, Stas. With Jenke still got 1 to play.
It's important for this one to reach.
Yeah, Jenke's down there having a look. He's down near the head having a good look to see what options he's got. He'll wait until this one stops to see where it does stop. And he thinks, right, well, hang on. He's now in an area where I'll have to look coming the other hand potentially.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost a bit of a fail-safe if he is wide again and gets through Stas with a... He can probably afford to play a little bit more weight if he wants. Can't get all of his bowls and be worse off. Got 2 good seconds. He can't get them both. I think I'd play more weight at this, try and get the jack in the ditch or miss the jack and get the shot bowl out.
He's chosen the forehand option. Let's have a look at the weight. Yep. Spot on, Isaac. He's put the weight on. Forehand option.
Can make it off the black bowls if he's not correct. Played
Bingo.
it very well.
Absolute bingo.
Played it very, very well.
Well done. Now, Chris Jackson, the marker, will leave it up to the players to come and have a look before he touches or rearranges anything, obviously.
Yeah, you'd have to think he's going to run away with 2 shots here.
Yep. Chris has got 2 markers ready to hold up to say it's 2 shots. That's his opinion. And he's spot on. There it is. Speaking of the clubs, Chris doesn't remember me, but I remember Chris because a couple of years ago I was at Millswood playing Country Carnival.
Yep.
And we shouldn't praise individual clubs when there's so many that are doing so many things. But gee, Millswood's a great little club, isn't it?
Oh, mate.
It's a really good club.
Cracker. Just like hidden away as well, so there's no real. It's not like Marion. Granted, this is a beautiful club too, but you've got a very busy Sturt Road next to us.
And I'm going to run a very fine line here, and I may get into trouble for it. It may sound very sexist, but on this particular day a couple of years ago, it was the first time that I saw that there were no women in the kitchen at all. All the guys were out there cutting up the chickens and doing the salads and this, that, and the other. There's obviously women involved, but there was no women in the clubhouse that particular day, and I thought, fantastic, those men's bowlers looking after the Country Carnival. And as I say, I don't mean that in a sexist way at all, but they run a good ship, as do all the clubs around Adelaide, and Marion Bowling Club's been absolutely brilliant today as well. I'm looking forward to lunch, and they had all the tea and the coffee, and they had everything ready for us this morning. It's been brilliant, so well done to all of the clubs. Jenke's got put 1 short, and now he's put 1 long. The breeze is getting fairly gusty, and it has swung around slightly from earlier on in the morning. I'll tell you what, this one's not too far off the mark either.
It's definitely become a wider hand and a tight hand now, Chook. Sort of commentary box side being the narrower hand. Zoom in on Gerrin's grip, which is thumb down. Not too far away.
Whiz. He'll want to get inside that one, and
yeah, I reckon he's done enough.
Yep. He was probably hoping for it to fall over, but it didn't. But he's got the shot as far as the mark is concerned.
Star's not far away either. Can he move some jack here, Chook?
Yes, he can.
A brilliant shot.
Gee, I hope Chris Jackson's got a lot of chalk in that in that puffer. He's using the chalk a fair bit already. It's a measure. Jenke's asked who's holding the shot, and Chris. The marker's job, I've always been told, Isaac, and once again, it's. This is for the people that might not be playing a lot of bowls. This is a great bowl as well. Oh, that is top quality. The marker can't give too many opinions. What's the ruling on what a good marker does, Isaac? Basically just yes and no answers, I guess.
Yes and no answers, and nothing until you're told, I guess, or asked for that matter. Going to turn it up enough, so it's not the end of the world.
Going to be one to Jenke, you would think.
It's a brilliant long bowl to get the shot too.
Good crowd gathering here.
A little bit of a crowd behind the rink as well. So pretty well segregated too. From where we sit, Chook, the ones on the right are barracking for Gerrin, and the ones on the left are barracking for Stasinowsky. So,
and the ones that don't care who wins, that are barracking for both of them and barracking for a good game, they're in the clubhouse having a beer or a coffee or something to eat. There's a good crowd. And of course, the beers would be Cooper's, obviously.
They certainly would be, mate.
Are you a 3.5 man, or are you a pale ale, or a sparkling ale? If I had a sparkling ale, I wouldn't be able to talk. It's a bit too strong for me.
Yeah,
But I love the 3.5.
Yeah,
absolutely beautiful.
I actually quite enjoy the Cooper's Mild as well, which is also 3.5.
Yes.
Have it on tap at Sturt. It's.
I think. I'm gonna run a risk here of making an absolute fool of myself, but I think it's Georgie's I think Georgie might be the name of the rep for Coopers that pops around, particularly regional areas.
Yes.
Gee, I hope I'm right there.
I think so. In potential, I haven't actually met the regional one, but for the Metro one, Scott is the fella's name.
Yep.
Does a great job. Has supported us really well over the last few weeks as well with our Night Owls campaign that we're just getting through shooting. Hopefully we'll release the odd one over the next month or so, but certainly come next season we'll have a lot of Night Owls promo getting around on our socials.
When you deal with a sponsorship deal, and well done to Coopers because they sponsor so many things around not only the city but regional areas as well. When you deal with sponsors like Coopers, do they give you a bit of a taste test just to just to make sure that you're happy with the product?
I can't say I've been privy to such exotics, but I'm sure they probably would if you asked.
I'm sure they would if you asked too, and I reckon you're not. I don't reckon you're telling me the full story, Isaac. I reckon. Anyway, Jenke, he goes backhand, closest side to us here at the commentary box, coming around nicely. Looks like it's slightly wide, but it's going to go through and sit with his other two. Consistent bowling.
Yeah, I mean, look, he didn't sit a bowl or get to the jack, but I think he'd be pretty happy with the consistency that he's been able to produce here.
His opponent, Stazza, goes the forehand. He's got a bit of a shepherding effect on that right-hand side. He gives it a bit of a nudge, gives it a wobble rather than a decent hit.
Ended up in a really good spot, though. It's it's actually forcing Gerrin onto the other hand, even.
Chris Jackson, the marker, has said that there's 2 shots to Staz currently. Now, if he can shift the kitty back, even if it's a matter of just a few inches or a few centimetres.
Played this pretty good.
He's knocked one away.
It doesn't really look like 2 to Stasinowsky. I mean, the camera's angles are always hard to tell, but...
Well, it's going to be a measure as far as the marker's concerned. Once again, he gave his opinion earlier to say that it might have been 2, but now, with that one knocked out, it looks a bit different when there's a bit of movement.
Staz under the line and undercooked the weight of it here. We'll get a measure, but before we do that, let's have another look at our great sponsors.
Yeah, good on you. On my way. I just got to nick into the drive-through.
Cooper's Dry 3.5. Try something new.
Cooper's Dry 3.5 low-carb lager.
Then you. And Drylicious.
Oh, thanks. Audrey.
It's Audrey.
Rediscover the joy of midstream with Cooper's Dry 3.5. Go on, give it a dry.
Thank you to Coopers, and of course thank you to MJ Insurance Group, who sponsor directly the men's and women's country carnivals. Coopers being a major sponsor of all of Bowls SA. And MGA specifically the country carnivals. Great support for the game of bowls in South Australia. Gerrin collects 1 shot there, takes himself to 5. Stasinowsky 8. 9 ends played. Just starting to peg his way back here, Gerrin.
Still 21 is the target.
That's it. Oh, what a start.
And that's a lovely bowl. Well done. Stasinowsky comes up, goes the backhand. Good crowd gathered here at the beautiful Marion Bowling Club. Greens look absolutely and playing absolutely beautifully. Noticed people in the crowd from all different parts of South Australia too, Isaac, which is great. Obviously they're here supporting the Streaky guys are here supporting Streaky Bay, and the Bullaroo guys are here supporting Bullaroo, but sprinkling of other people that are just here to enjoy the grand final and the finals. It's great to see such a large cross-section of South Australians and the Country Carnival bowlers staying around to make sure they see who's the best of the best.
Certainly is. The pairs are currently having lunch. They'll be out in the green shortly. Stasinowsky, can he turn it off to the jack?
Oh, good ball.
What a shot.
Gee whiz. That is a good nut.
Just halves the jack. Honestly, even if he didn't run away with shot there, I think he'd be still pretty happy because he actually can see the jack.
Yes.
Just Gerrin not far away. If he's on the inside too, he's very close.
Oh.
Wow. What an effort. A little bit unlucky not to probably get the shot. I think couldn't have played that much better. Hit both bowls at the exact same time. Just needed a little more of the front one, I think.
High quality bowls, as you'd expect for the grand final of Country Carnival. Stas comes down. He's not far away again. Have a look at this. Didn't really hit it. Didn't hit it out. It was more of a kiss rather than a hit.
Yeah, he still had one bowl left as well, so it probably wasn't the end of the world if he did move the jack and go one down.
Now, Isaac, once again, a nerd question for you. And once again, this is probably for the lawn bowlers, for the bowlers that do bowl. What are they running with as far as their bowls go? What's the brand? Do you know what their weapon of choice is?
Yeah, Gerrin's using aerodynamics, so they're taking a slightly tighter line than what Stas has. Stas has a Henselite Dreamline, so probably a little bit of an older set of bowls. Dreamline being the precursor to the Dreamline XG, which is probably more commonly seen these days.
What's your weapon of choice, Isaac?
Aero Evolve for me, which is a slightly wider line than what Gerrin takes, but not as wide as the Optima from the Aero group of bowls.
And when you're playing for the state, or when you're playing in fours, where's your position of choice? Where do you like playing in the fours? Is it a skipper role, or do you like playing third? Where do you like playing?
Well, it's probably two questions there, I think.
Yep.
Any opportunity you get to play for the state,
You're
probably happy to take and play in any position. But, I mean, at the same time, I actually quite enjoy playing all roles. I think every role has its own beauty. I thoroughly enjoy skipping and have for a while. But, yeah, every role has its own beauties. Probably don't really like playing three if I was being really critical.
Is that because you don't like measuring?
Yeah. Yep.
You know what?
That's up there.
I hate being leader. I hate being the lead because that white thing, I can't control. And it should be simple because it hasn't got a bias. But the kitty, I can't get rid of the kitty properly. If my skipper stands in a spot he wants me to put the kitty, he might as well be standing on the road because I'm not going to go near him with that white thing. I haven't got control on the kitty. As that one goes out the back, line was perfect, but just a little bit weighty. I think the saying is the gyps. I get the gyps when it comes to the white thing in my hand.
Can happen. Gerrin, very close again.
Yep.
Just a touch runny, but it's going to be a very good lawn bowl. The line marking's still occurring at this place, Chook. They've only just got onto C green, still got D green to go. Long day for the Marion Volunteers, but the place will be looking picturesque in the morning.
What time's it all start tomorrow for the round robin?
8:30 opening ceremony, mate.
Beautiful.
So if anyone wants to come down, it'll be, for those who do attend it regularly, know that if they're at the men's venue, it'd be very short, sharp and shiny because not really
So it's not a Winter Olympics type
No.
march in. You know, here's Region 3, here's Region 4, and they don't march in like the Winter Olympics.
No. It's I don't know about you, but when I'm a player, I just want to get on and play.
Yeah.
I can appreciate some team photos and the delegates coming in and saying their piece, and I can appreciate that. But after that, the shorter, the sharper, and the shinier it can be, the better off.
Game on.
You get yourself. It's like a pennant game or any other bowls game or any sport for that matter. You do your pre-game stuff and you're ready to go. You're in the mood to go out and play, and then you got to wait 15 or 20 or sometimes up to 30 minutes talking about an event or whatever it be. It's just not for me.
Speaking, what's for you is potentially 4 shots for Jenke. We'll keep an eye on this, but I'm the same. I'm the same with you, Isaac. I agree. You're there to play bowls. Let's get on with it.
I think the presentation can go.
Absolutely.
That I think for me, that's where you take as long as you like. There, the game's done. You're not in that same mindset.
Yep. Might be 3, might be 4. It is 3. That brings it back to 9-8. And Jenke with control of the kitty. And as you expect, good quality game. Yeah, you've got to show the respect, as I say, with ceremonies at the start of anything. You need to show the respect of the fact that people have been chosen at the highest level, etc., etc. And presentations at the start or the welcoming ceremony is very important. Also, probably gives an opportunity to, in a way, thank the location where you're at as well.
100%.
So
it certainly has its place.
Yep,
certainly
absolutely.
has its place, and you've got to do all the right things to, like you said, acknowledge the club, acknowledge the volunteers, acknowledge those who have made it, but not take away from their mindset and going out and performing.
And also important to acknowledge the sponsors. And in today's case, we've been blessed by the Prostate Cancer Foundation of Australia. We spoke to Will McDonald from Channel 9, news presenter. He's gone and going through the journey of that nasty disease. And what did you say earlier? 79 people are diagnosed
a day
each day. So the take-home message from both Sally and Will, who we spoke to earlier, is when it comes to men, make sure you get your checkups, whether it be 40 years of age or even younger if you need to. Make sure you go get those tests done. And you mentioned the women's carnival, the breast cancer side of things. We all know the situation with the breast cancer and prostate cancer. You just make sure you get checked and communicate.
Yeah, Gerrin Jenke with an absolute bomb. Third bowl there, just pokes it through enough with no jack. I mean, he popped the jack. He gets one bowl left, and Stas has 2 shots at drawing to another open jack, but he poked it through perfectly and holds the shot. Stasinowsky not going to turn.
Yeah, looks a bit wide, that one.
Slides past. It could be value. Gerrin, I think, be really looking for a front resting touch, or even a touch on the jack puts him in a pretty good spot.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Isaac, but I reckon the wind has just gushed up an extra couple of, I'm going to say, knots.
Yep.
Good bowl. There's a gate there.
So a tricky one for Stas. Can't lose his own bowl because he'll be 4 down.
He's just talking to the marker as well. He wants to know whether Jenke's bowl is jack high. Chris Jackson's saying it's about a bowl behind. The question was asked and the answer was given nice and quickly, as mentioned before. The marker can't give too much advice, or can't give any advice. Comes around.
Wide hand and clears his front one. He's
whiz.
close.
Gee whiz. No, he's just his own bowl got in his own way. I think the weight was pretty well perfect.
Yeah.
Isaac?
I think I would have backed myself on the forehand again, Chook, just to arrive up with a yard and try and sit a bowl. Maybe even move the jack. I mean, Look, there's a risk if you underplay it that you just poke the jack and go 3 down, but I don't think with a yard, you're probably not too much risk of poking out. Nice tight line, sit the bowl, get the jack, and take all the danger of taking your own bowl out of it.
All levels start again. All levels start again. That's 9 all. 9 each. And a high-quality game, Isaac. Really enjoying this.
Yep, it's been solid. Had 2 fantastic games so far. 1.5, I should say.
Hopefully everyone's enjoying the coverage. As Jenke goes commentary side on the backhand, just cuts across a little bit. Goes through a foot or so. Always a little bit cautious about using measuring devices of feet. We should be using centimetres, shouldn't we?
Yes.
We shouldn't be using feet and inches.
Yeah, but I don't know. Bowls just has this.
Exactly.
It's honestly got me in a stranglehold. I'm a big one for yards and feet in bowls.
Yeah, we just need to bowl this a metre on. But most people call just put a yard on type scenario. It's all in the language and all in people's preference as to how they use it. As Jenke comes on the forehand again. Once again, his weight looks good. And brings in the shot. Just noticing a few guys gathering, bringing their bowls in, meaning they're probably going to have a bit of a practice on one of the greens for preparation for round robin starting tomorrow. Yeah, good bowl by Stas, but not quite getting the shot. Once again, forehand option for Jenke. Still holding the 1. Stasinowsky goes forehand option also. Coming around nicely. All about weight. His line looks pretty good. He's going to sneak in but not take the shot away from Jenke, who's still holding 1. Whatever the result is, this end will be the result of who's leading the game, because it's 9 all currently. Jenke, second to last bowl to go down, because Stas will have the last bowl this end. Comes on forehand. Lovely bowl. Is it going to stop? Yes, it is.
Yeah, really
That's
well
2.
played. Really well played.
Still going forehand option. There's too much traffic in the way on the left-hand side, so he's coming in the right-hand side with a forehand bowl, Stas.
Not far away.
He's around the mark. There is no doubt about that.
Oh, I wonder if that...
Yeah, might have...
I don't think it's enough for shot, but it's certainly going to bring it back to 1.
Yep, marker Chris Jackson having a good look at it. Once again, not giving anything away. Just let the players have a look. Let them decide what they think it is. And it will be 1 to Jenke. That's the lead that he has. 10-9. High quality game of bowls. We were here last year for the finals. Is it something that Marion has a contract on, having finals here? How does it work in regards to location? Is this the most central, or is it what decision making gets done to make it at Marion for the final, Isaac?
Yeah, it's a good question. Honestly, it's been at Marion for quite a long time. I couldn't tell you how long. Obviously, it's been at other venues, but most recently has existed at Marion, and they do a fantastic job year on year. Obviously, the Men's Country Carnival is here as well for the following week. So I think it just makes sense to have it all in the one place. Like I said, Marion do a great job. So it feels right. It feels good to bring it back here. But it is ultimately, yes, it is a contracted event. But again, feels right. It's a great place to host. Huge
Absolutely.
car park.
Absolutely.
I don't think there's a bigger car park at a bowls club in South Australia, to be honest.
And as far as the Country Carnival is concerned, and once again, another question for people that might not follow the bowls that much, but as far as Country Carnival goes, how many grass greens do you use versus artificial greens? Is it do you try and emphasise it being on lawn or being on grass compared to artificial, or how does that work?
Yeah, we certainly do. It's I think one of the big ones that we get feedback on year after year is how much the country men and women enjoy coming to Adelaide to play on grass greens.
Yep.
I guess a lot of the grass greens in Adelaide are prepared, maintained by paid professionals.
Yes. Yep.
And sometimes in the country it's often done by volunteers. Now, you still get some great decks, but I think what it means is you just get that little bit extra icing on the cake when you play on these greens.
Got a good bowl coming in here. Is it going to stop? Didn't quite shave, or yes, it did shave.
It did, just little. The jack looked like it just fluttered a little bit.
One thing that I've noticed, Isaac, and this is going to sound like a real country bumpkin, but I've been here for the week for the over 40s cricket championship where South Australia defeated New South Wales in the final, so that was happy days. But one thing I've noticed is in the city, whether it be a game of cricket or a game of bowls like we're at today, gee, you've got a lot of ambulances and fire sirens and police sirens going all the time. We're not used to it in the country towns.
Yeah, and if you are, you instantly have this pit in your stomach. Like,
correct.
I know this person.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, no, there's Marion in particular is an awfully busy road next to us. A lot of traffic, trucks, ambos, cops, you name it. They all roll past.
All doing their job beautifully.
Correct.
I'm going to say it's going to be level up again at 10 all. Yes, it is the 1 to Stas. Well, I was talking to him in the toilet during the break. I didn't ask him whether he likes being called Stas. I hope he doesn't mind.
I'm pretty sure it's etched into his shirt. I'm almost certain. I'm pretty sure I saw it on there.
Doesn't matter what we call them both. They're both bowling well. As you can see by the score, 10 all. You can't get much closer than that, and the quality of bowls is outstanding. As we can see, the Bullaroo pair look like they're getting ready to play their final after they've had a lovely lunch here at Marion. And they'll be Bullaroo versus Streaky Bay, so Eyre Peninsula versus Mid-North.
That's it.
As Jenke comes the commentary box side, which is the backhand for him. I tell you what, this looks all right off. Out of the hand, it's going to sneak around. Has it made it enough? Needs to fall over to make sure of it, but early days.
It's interesting as well. Chook Stas's bowls, got the original dream lines, so they do turn a little bit more, and certainly turn a lot more than Gerrin's. And it's interesting, Stas opting for the wide hand, throwing it out, having the confidence just to let it come home, whereas Gerrin more often than not is opting for the tighter hand and just sort of sending it up, tighter line.
Stas's last bowl being the shot. Jenke coming in on the backhand again. Goes without saying it's going to be close because every bowl he's put down has been close. The two of them being very good, but that's cut across. One thing, Isaac, once again, I don't play a lot of bowls, but I love the game. And just on Saturdays I'm a bit busy to be playing that much. But currently here at Marion, as Stas puts one down on his forehand, he's already holding one. Comes around nicely, dropping a little bit short. But one thing I've noticed, and quite often at my home club at Gladstone, up in the mid-north, I'll notice that there's not many black bowls anymore.
Yes.
And we're here at Marion, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 8 is 14 bowlers. And Stas is the only one with black bowls. Great bowl by Jenke. Forehand option again for Stas. Coming around. He's down 1 this end. Gee whiz, that's a very good bowl. Now, Jenke's going to have the last bowl, and he's going to say, no, I'm going to declare that. I don't think I can do anything except for damage it if I have a crack at it.
Yeah.
Because Stas's 2 bowls in front were probably only needing a half a roll or so, or falling over to make a difference probably, Isaac. So safety first.
Yep.
I'll take 1 and run.
Yep. Gets him back in the lead, 11-10.
Now, Isaac, we're talking to you all coverage, and we love the live streaming and the quality of the camera work, etc., etc. But at Bowls SA, we keep on talking about the small team. Who are a couple of the people that are you need to name? Because we named them earlier, and we might have some new listeners. But it's a small team that do a good job. Who's your boss? You better send out a cheerio to your boss.
Yeah, we got Louise McDermott.
Lou was here earlier.
CEO's role.
Yep.
Got,
how long's she been in that role? 3?
Be about 3 years, yeah.
Yep.
Close enough.
Good bowl by Jenke.
With a few months either side of whatever that may be. We've got Michaela Massey inside, helping out today. Lucy Tiller. We've got Anna Byrne and Grace Jones. So
Grace Jones?
I actually missed that out before.
Grace Jones is a famous singer from years gone back.
Yeah, no, Grace joined us a couple of months ago.
Yep.
She works predominantly in the high-performance space and the schools and juniors and night owls. So very much around like programs and participation. So high performance being a program, night owls a program, school programs, and then I guess on top of that is participation as a whole.
And that's so important. You mentioned schools. I mean, that's the future, isn't it?
100%. 100%.
Jenke still holding 1. Steps up to the mat. Both bowlers still got 2 to come. Jenke currently coming forehand. He's following his bowl down, which generally, to me, means he's pretty happy with it. And that's why. Have a look at that.
It's brilliant.
Holding 2. Now he's gone back to admire his work. He's down with the marker, so he wants to see what Stas has got up his sleeve.
Probably the most amount of weight we've seen from Stas so far, and he's only probably, a metre and a half, 2 metres over.
Gee, he's coming in nicely. Gee whiz, that's a good bowl. That's a good bowl.
It's a great effort.
Didn't change the scoreline. Still 2 to Jenke currently. He walks back for his last bowl for this end. Jenke, he's had a good look at what his thought process now needs to be for this next shot. He's lining up for a forehand.
I think he just
glide in off the right-hand side one of Stas's, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he's not far off the mark here either. Maybe a little bit wide. Yeah, fraction wide.
Fraction wide, but look, it really forces Stasinowsky now to run real quick at this or just try and draw it off. Can't really flirt up there with that sort of yard or 2 like he did with the last.
There's four bowls that are behind the kitty, and they're all yellow.
So Stas, with the most amount of weight we've seen so far, needs to be good. Doesn't want to half the jack down the line like that. This could be 4.
I think it might be.
Probably where, Chook, like I said, he sort of had to run quicker at that or just try and dead draw. It was probably really the only thing that was going to happen for him in that situation was this.
Yep, there it is. Maximum.
That'd be 4 shots to get.
Yeah, it's good.
So 4 shots to Gerrin, takes himself to 15, leading Stasinowsky 10.
Jenke has control of the mat. 15-10's the score. He comes on the backhand and absolutely beautiful. Gets a kiss along the way, puts pressure on Stas right from the word go. Here you go, this is what I can do. Can 100%. You do any better? That's lovely bowls.
100%, especially just getting past the jack 2. It's not a target.
Yep.
You sit jack high and you know, it's still a good shot, but it's a fatter target. But you're still just looking at the jack here. Jack or 1 bowl, really.
Weight was pretty spot on, maybe a fraction short, but just cut away slightly. Jenke comes up to the mat again. Currently a 5-shot lead, plus 1 that he's holding currently. He comes the backhand again. Nicely weighted bowl again. Is he going to use Stas's? Not really. Hits it square. If anything, nudges it a little bit closer to the kitty. Still holding 1 Jenke. Stas comes in on the right-hand side, or the forehand side. Again. Coming around nicely, but once again just cutting away just ever so slightly. Still 1 being held by Jenke. Top quality bowls here.
Still a fairly large breeze here, Chook. Probably
yes, the Bowls SA tent is swaying in the breeze a little bit, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
Nah, we pegged in. We'll be right. But it just got back to that sort of typical Marion breeze here, which is, a wide hand and a certain tight hand.
Stas will still stick with the forehand. He's had 2 siders. He comes in with his 3rd. As mentioned, Jenke, his first bowl is the shot bowl. Now it's just a matter of Stas trying to rectify that.
Close, isn't he? Very close.
Great bowl. Really good bowls.
Just stiff. I don't think he's done enough for shot, but it's a much better situation for him.
Yeah, still holding 1 Jenke as Chris Jackson's the marker. He's given the suggestion that Jenke still holds 1.
So tight bowls, he opts for the tighter hand. Looking to arrive up, I dare say. Trail the jack.
He's following his bowl down. He's not overly happy with it, I don't think.
If there was a time that Stas could play a little bit of weight, now would be the time. He makes contact on that black one that's just in front of the yellow. He can pop it out. And if he sticks around, he stays for 4.
Stas has just asked the marker, Chris Jackson, what's jack high? What do I need to do? Is that black one jack high? All based on the fact of what he can potentially use to better the situation.
That's it. 3 seconds. Can he make contact? Very close again, Chook. Very close. Oh, my gosh.
The marker, Chris Jackson, threw his head back as if to say, if you had a cigarette paper, that's how much you missed by.
Just need to hold a little longer or turn a little more. Holds a little longer, he makes contact. He would have punched the yellow through. I reckon with that weight he would have stuck around. He would have made 4 shots. Turns a little more, he halves the jack.
He hands the mat over.
Very stiff.
Yes, the saying you don't have to be dead to be stiff is a saying that comes to mind with that sort of bowls. That was good bowls from both players, but not everyone can get a shot, can they?
No.
There's got to be one person who scores from it. Very good quality. And I think we might have someone of authority behind us now, Isaac. We've better be careful.
I think he's here to come massage us.
Did you notice?
Shoulders.
Did you notice he didn't bring us any Cooper's 3.5? He's shaking the head. He's walking away in disgust.
Yeah, Gerrin Jenke with an absolute cracking start once again. Putting the pressure on. First bowl pressure the last few ends has been really good from Gerrin. Just sort of poked around the first couple of ends, just trying to find the length and find the line, but he's on now.
What's your mindset, Isaac, when you've got a bowler that you're playing singles? Let's say you're playing singles, just like this game is, and someone puts one on the kitty like Jenke just did. Do you try and forget about that and just have your own thought process as to what you've got to do with your bowl, or do you try and knock theirs out? Like, what's the way your mind works? I suppose it depends on the scoreboard at the time, I guess. But
yeah, look, the first one, you're still just trying to get another close bowl to start. You know, you don't. It's if you back yourself on a drive, you know, some of the more elite players will maybe opt to just try and run that off.
Like first off, bang. Right, okay.
I don't mind the idea of just trying to draw the first one nice and...
Oh, well done.
Oh,
hit one out and put one back.
Probably marginally better for him.
Yep.
But yeah, the first one, I think you're just trying to be a positive draw. If you can, you know, if you do happen to make contact, then, you know, happy days. But if you get another one within a foot, then, you know, you're certainly back into the game. And
you're talking about practice, once again, your individual scenario. How often would you practice a hell ball, for example? Let's say you get 35 minutes twice a week, let's say, of practice. Let's say an hour. Let's say an hour of practice a night, or an hour of practice a week, or whatever it is. What percentage would be on hell balls versus as a great bowl comes down from Stas? He drags it back. But what sort of practice percentage would you have hell balls versus forehand versus backhand? Do you mix it up and have a plan of your practice?
Yeah, well, probably ever so slightly. I'm a big fan of finishing with it, you know, 2 or 3 or 4 ends of swingers and drives, and, you know, just making sure it's still part of your game. I mean, you know, you play them regularly enough, you've got to have it, even if you're leading. You know, there's the odd time that you will use it as a lead, and the odd time, especially in a singles match, where you'll need to have it in the artillery. So, yeah, look, I'm a big fan of 3 or 4 ends at the end of the session, just to throw a few down and get used to that feeling.
Nudge up. Well done.
Has he done enough?
It's fallen in just that fraction more. That'll make it interesting. Yep, measure is what the marker said. He was asked his opinion, and the marker's still having a look now, but he's not too sure. Just finishing on the practice side of things, Isaac, and I know that you don't like talking about yourself all the time, but I'm interested. Do you as far as practice go, do you practice long ends, short ends? Do you practice the length of the ends as well?
100%.
Yep.
100%. You've got to be able to play it all. You'd hate to get to a singles game and know that you're really good on medium to short.
And the changing of mats, you go back and you go forward.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, you've got to be able to do it all.
Yep.
It'd be interesting what Stas opts for here. There's a little shot on the forehand if he wanted to just sort of arrive and trail the jack. He's got everything past.
Have you got an issue with the fact that the traffic going in on the forehand, there's
all the way?
There's a bit of a... He's going backhand. He's decided backhand.
It's probably the better shot, I think, anyway. You throw it out, get one turn out of your own. It's...
Geez, not far off the mark here either, I don't think. Isaac, have a look at this come around.
All on speed.
Have a look at this come around.
Stasinowsky.
Gee whiz, what a great bowl. A brilliant bowl from Stasinowsky. The marker, he's having a bit of a look. One's been kicked away.
That's it. Measure for second.
Stasinowsky goes down to measure. He's hoping for 2. And he'll walk away with 1.
Great head. Great head. Stasinowsky. Brilliant shot, as you said. Walks away with 1. 16-11 now.
A little bit of gusty breeze here at Marion, but a lovely day. For those people playing at home that are wondering what it's like in Marion, I can tell you that Can't tell you the strength of the breeze, but I can tell you it's 26.1 degrees here at Marion, and this is the job that I want. I want to be working at the Weather Bureau. I want to be the feels like guy, because the feels like guy is telling us that it feels like 22.8.
I'd say that story would probably check out.
Yeah, well, particularly us underneath the shade of this beautiful Bowls SA tent. As Jenke goes backhand. There's a gate there, but he's not going to hit the gate. He's going to hit the side of the gate, and it's going to fall in beautifully.
Yeah, it's a really good start once again. Well, not to be outdone, Stasinowsky on that tighter hand. Looks just over the draw. How much can he turn?
Yeah, just a little bit wide. So the fours are being played, the pairs are being played, and the singles are being played all at the same time here at Marion.
Yeah, so the 1-4 semi that can be played has just got underway.
But of course the final of the pairs between Bullaroo pair and Stricky Bay pair are currently underway. Who's in the fours? Is Jenks in the fours, is he? Is that...
he is, yeah. Gerrin is in the other fours semi.
Yep. Nice bowl coming down here. He's going to take the kitty with him. That's a lovely bowl from Stasinowsky.
That is.
Well done.
That is cinema.
Beautiful. What's Jenke got to say for that? He's going to go forehand. He'll obviously need to get around his own. He's got a little bit of heat on it, it looks like.
I don't think he's going to hang on enough.
Bit of a ricochet rabbit.
Yeah, nearly made it back. Ends up in a good spot. It's going to be a big one here for Stasinowsky. He really needs to just tuck the jack away would be ideal. Just that sort of...
He's lining himself up for forehand. Now he's changed his mind. He's swung it around and he's going to go backhand.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, don't want to leave anything jack high on the forehand. I mean, you probably want to change the way it looks ever so slightly, but leaving something jack high gives Gerrin a really easier shot. Okay, stays on, gets backest, forces Gerrin now to play good speed.
Something I'm very familiar with at regional bowling greens that's just starting to appear here. You might be able to hear it in the effects mic. The galahs and cockies, Isaac.
Yeah.
Do they do any damage to... as that's going to potentially knock in a second for Stas.
I reckon he did already have two.
Yeah.
Marker suggested he did, but still a little bit stiff maybe not to flick it further out.
Do you have problems with cockies and galahs in city areas with bowling greens getting a bit of a chew from the nasty birds?
You know, I actually don't think... look, I'm not a greenkeeper, so I couldn't tell you for sure, but I don't know if the bowling greens are as affected as what the football ovals and cricket ovals are.
Yeah, they like the longer grass, I guess.
Yep.
Chris Jackson, the marker, holds up 2 for Stas.
Takes himself to 13. First of 21 in this MGA Men's Country Carnival singles final.
Now, Isaac, also Bowls SA, bit of a plug. You have a you generally have a big How Do You Do show later on in the year at the end of the season. What can you tell us anything on that? The awards night.
Yes, of course. I didn't.
Sorry, you thought I was going down a different path there.
Yeah, well, I was like...
You thought I was talking about some sort of night out with the boys. I'm talking about the awards night.
I was awfully confused because I was like, we actually really don't do that at all. So, but no, we do, awards night. It's put a bit of effort into that as well, Chook, just to get that, just to make it feel a little nicer. Last year we rolled out the red carpet and got a nice big backdrop made up. Converted all our logos to like a shiny golden look. It was really exciting, and it was a cracking night. I think we had 350 in the house.
Yeah, that was a great night.
We're gonna run it again this year, of course.
Have you got the date? off the top of your head? I'm asking these questions unannounced, so I do apologise for
What
that.
I can tell you is it's the last Friday in May.
There you go.
Couldn't tell you the exact date.
That's good enough. Last Friday in May. We'll be able to look it up on our phones if we want to, but last Friday in May, rightio. And who's invited? Who can come along?
Anyone can come along, mate. It's you can buy your ticket. If you're a finalist, being a state event, if you collect enough points through the state events and make it to the top 3 or 4, depending on what the points are. Sometimes we get a equal third, so 4 players will be invited. There's some men and the women.
Yep.
State rep of the year for the Opens. I think the over 60s 2 gets invited.
Good bowl by Stasinowsky.
Yeah, under 18s as well. So look, there's a couple of players. If you perform well, get invited along. If not, of course, you can purchase a ticket.
Yep.
It's a cracking night. Good food.
Too good of food. It was lovely last year.
It was very nice last year.
And the Cooper's product, I don't know how many 3.5s I had or how much mild I had, but I can tell you, Isaac, I had too much.
It was an Uber home.
It was an Uber home. It was always going to be. But no, you put on a good show, and it's a credit to you.
Should be good. We'll not to spruik too much, but I think at this stage we might have a new presenter. Can't tell you who.
Oh, okay.
Can't tell you who, but it's quite exciting.
Oh, okay. I know that I haven't been invited, so it's not me. Which is a good thing probably for the listeners and viewers at home. As the marker says that it's 1 to Stas at the moment. That's his opinion. As Jenke's going to go forehand. He'll come close to the commentary box. Commentary box side. Forehand. All about, I reckon his line's pretty good. All about his weight.
Yeah, weight looks good
Have
too.
a look at this. Oh, it's going to cut. Is it going to stop? That's well bowled. I reckon it might be good enough to get shot, I reckon. We'll keep an eye on this. Once again, the marker just steps aside as a good marker does. Make sure the players have their decisions made between the two of them. And 1 shown to Jenke.
So he's now just inside that winning zone now, Chook. 17 versus 21, so if he collects a 4.
I'm just repeating those people that don't know. He was runner-up last year, so making the grand final 2 years in a row is outstanding. He just wants to go 1 step better than what he did last year, and he's currently leading by 4 overall. And putting the pressure on again, although that one's running a bit runny, that one. A bit runnier than I thought it was going to be. Probably run through about a metre or so out the back. When's your next game of bowls, Isaac? When are you next playing?
Good question. Back into it Saturday.
Yep.
Yep.
Who do you play? Sturt plays who?
Sturt plays Port Noarlunga at Port Noarlunga.
And are they the team to beat?
Well, yeah.
Who's the team to beat?
Honestly, a little bit. They're sitting 5th. They're not too far out of finals. Only a couple of points out, I believe.
Is that Todd Brand and Max Kleinig territory?
It is, but they play a few grades above.
No, they very good bowlers.
That's it.
And speaking of very good bowlers, Jenke getting the shot.
Yeah, great correction on his first.
So as far as premiership table goes of the top comp in Metro, who's sitting at the top of the ladder in the top comp?
Yeah, Premier League. I reckon Adelaide sitting top reasonably comfortably, I reckon. Ascot Park not too far behind in second. You're going to stump me here a little bit. Third is Port Noarlunga, I reckon, and then 4th would be someone else.
Yep.
I can't remember who.
That's okay. That's good enough. Jenke just probably a little bit shorter than what he was hoping for. Currently holding the 1 according to the way that Chris Jackson, the marker, is looking. coming around nicely. Is it going to bend enough? Is it going to stop? And that is a superb bowl by Stasinowsky. And when the pressure's on, he's come to the party holding one.
He certainly has, yeah. Really, a lot of these ends it's going blow for blow too. You're not sort of drawing the first one relatively close and then calling it a day. It's one to Gerrin, one to Stas, one to Gerrin, one to Stas. It's been a cracking matchup.
And Jenke just asking the marker what a second woods. And Chris, the marker, said it's out of these two. So Jenke's gone the backhand, and I reckon he's probably done enough. Yep. The one, definitely just the one now for Stasinowsky. He just comes on the forehand. All the ammunition's been thrown down there. No more bowls to come. So what's this one going to do? He's currently holding one. And didn't quite get around the one that he was targeting to get around to the right-hand side of in the way in. And it'll be one to Stasinowsky.
What a cracking game. 17-14.
It's a beauty. Smack bang on 1 o'clock here at the beautiful Marion Bowling Club. As we see in the distance, there's a bowler who's practicing, obviously, for preparation for round robin, and he's got the mat right up. He's bowling the short ends for practice, as we were talking about practice, getting all the different lengths and different things going on to practice. I've assumed he's a round robin bowler. He might be just a bloke that's come in off the street.
He could be. He could be. I think it sounds silly, but if he was wearing his bowler clothes, I'm pretty sure I know who it is, but he's not. So I have no idea. In casuals.
That's a very
it's
good
like
point.
when you wear bowlers, everyone wears a hat and sunglasses often, and sometimes you get into the clubhouse after, hat's off, sunny's off, and you've got no idea where your opponent's
so
going.
a bit like commentating a game of football. There's number 27 over there. As soon as they've got the Guernsey off, you've got no idea who you're talking to. But Isaac, you've got to be, for all those lawn bowlers that are tuning in and watching, you've got to be very proud and very happy and very thankful for all the Country Carnival players that make the sacrifices to come down here and play. It's not a cheap exercise, and just today's a perfect example. You've got people from Udunda, Robertstown, and you've got people from Boolaroo Centre, and people from Streaky Bay and Berry, and all these people that travel big distances make a lot of sacrifices to come down. It's, yes, about the bowls, but it's about everything else as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mental health, the mating, catching up with mates that you don't see very often.
100%. Yeah,
But,
the bowls.
you've got to be thankful.
Yeah, and being part of the bowls community as well. It's an awesome community to be a part of. Very supportive. Very lucky and proud to be involved in just a very small part of making this week what it is. It's great to be able to put this kind of show on and make sure everyone's enjoying it.
Giving Jenke's a bit of a nudge. That's probably given Jenke 2 shots. And the marker says yes. I think it's 2 shots to Jenke. Now, Isaac, I'm going to say this, but I really hope you receive the acknowledgements from the players for the amount of work that you and Bowls SA put in, because you do a marvellous job controlling this many humans, not just men and not just men that we're out here, but you've got the women as well. I think Bowls SA, hopefully you get the acknowledgements and the credit and the thanks from all the players throughout the weeks of the carnival, because you deserve to be thanked and should be thanked.
Thank you, mate. Jenke looks like he could be holding 3 here.
Yep. Pointy end. Now,
Although marker Jacko's held up two paddles, so maybe
once again,
not.
that's his opinion. I suppose you can't really, but gee whiz, it's an important bowl coming up here. Forehand, commentary box side.
Wind is up. On a reasonable track, though, should get back.
It is a good track. Have a look at this. It'll be the best one down there. If it's not, it's pretty close to it.
Yeah, it could be measuring for game here. Should be 3 shots for sure. Just that back one of screen, if it's hard to tell. Very hard to tell.
The measuring tape's coming out. 1, 2, 3. Guaranteed. That takes him up to 20. He just needs 1 for the game. 1 for the championship. 1 for the title.
Let's see if we can hold this camera angle.
The mat's been put down, which to me thinks that Stazza thinks it might only be 3. But let's have a look. This is the important bit.
Yeah, what kind of touch do we get on this yellow bowl? Oh, not quite.
Stas knew. He threw the mat down thinking, I've still got an end to go at least. And it's 3 to Jenke. He's still 1 short. Game not over. Still game on. And what a great game it's been.
That's it. 2014. First of 21. MGA Country Carnival Singles Final. Gerrin made the final last year. Came runner-up. To make it again without putting the mockers on him, but probably deserves to win this one, I think. Runner-up last year. Played very, very well again today. But that last one, Chook, can be sometimes the hardest one to get.
Yep. Not that I've ever been in a position like that myself, Isaac, but yeah.
So I feel like it's really easy to try a little too hard all of a sudden. You know, you just need 1 good bowl.
He won the semi-final 21-5, which was a very good quality game despite the scoreline. Stasinowsky had to do a bit harder. He was trailing by, I think it was 13-7 and came back to win. So Stasinowsky's had to do it a bit tougher. But the quality of bowls in both the semi-final and the final has been outstanding. Jenke comes up. He's going to use backhand again. Close to us as it goes past us now. Looks like the track's pretty good. Looks like the weight's pretty good, Isaac. Is it going to bend enough? It's a fraction short, which is a little bit surprising. I thought he had the weight pretty well spot on.
Yeah, his weight control's been really good today, and hasn't been afraid to reach as well. I think that's been the biggest thing. Is when he's sort of had the opportunities, or there's zero risk in him reaching, he's always been up and into the head.
Got a good bowl coming in here, and it needs to be. That's a good spot. Well done. That's 1 holding to Stasinowsky. Obviously goes without saying he needs to win this end. He's 6 behind. Jenke only needs the 1 shot to take home the trophy. This one looks a little bit wide.
Speed's good.
Isaac said he didn't want to put the mockers on Jenke, but that last one might be the hardest one to get. Stasinowsky, he goes forehand again. Once again, his track and his weight looks pretty good. He's going to come around nicely.
Yeah, what a shot.
Have a look at that.
Still a nice bowl to sit for Gerrin on this backhand. Sits that shorter black one, or just on the inside, he gets the shot. Sits that last one of Stas, he gets shot. Travels the jack a little bit, he gets shot. So
it's his last bowl of 4. Stasinowsky's still got 1. What's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing? He's knocking 1 out.
He nearly got the shot, I think. No.
Lovely action replay there. Stasinowsky, forehand. He wants to add to his total. He's got 1. Just add that little bit of pressure. It'd be nice to get the second. It's coming around. It's probably gone through just a little bit too far. It will be 1 to Stas.
Yeah, but if I was Gerrin, I'd be reaching for the tape measure for the mental warfare.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The marker hasn't said what the score is, so both players will have a look. Definitely 1. And, don't need to measure anything there as far as Stasinowsky's concerned, and the marker holds up 1.
That's it. 5 shots in and out. Stasinowsky 15.
Now, what's the thought process, Isaac? Is it a situation where do you start moving the mat and do you start going a bit longer or start going a bit shorter? I suppose it depends on your psyche, but do you bring in the tactics of maybe changing the length, for example?
Well, yeah. I think yes is probably the answer, but it's tricky. You know, opposition's 1 shot away from winning.
Yep.
So you know that whatever you do, there's an element of risk if you do change it and you don't nail it.
Gee, not a bad start here. It's a good start.
I think you just got to pick a length and back yourself in to draw.
Yep.
Draw it 6 times. Better than the opposition 6 times.
Yep. Forehand from Jenke. He's just giving a hand movement to say, I think I might have gone a bit wide. And he has, but still, once again.
Weight, brilliant.
Yep. Not sure what the score is in the pairs, but I can tell you the fours, semi-finals, 2-all. Stasinowsky comes in again. Once again, lovely bowl. 2 very good bowls.
Pressure's on. You can see the significant difference in the way these hands are playing.
Yeah,
Gerrin only
absolutely.
just outside that sort of middle line. And just getting back. You got Stasinowsky all the way out to that boundary peg line and getting all the way back.
Cut it back to 1. Stasinowsky holding 1. Mark Chris Jackson just putting up the 1 blue paddle. Around he comes. He's come the forehand this time. He's changed his hand to forehand. He's looking for the yellow to hit it out. He's going to just miss it. Good line.
Yeah.
Almost finished on the line, but just a little bit weighty. Just a little bit.
Well, good result, though.
Yep.
You know, ends up in a pretty good spot. Forces Gerrin now to just keep trying to draw. Has to draw himself to win this game. Slightly tighter than the last attempt needed to be.
Going to go through that gate. Still just a fraction through. Just a fraction.
Stasinowsky really, I think, needs to stay on the forehand here. He needs to cold draw the best resting toucher of his life or sit one of those yellow bowls, and anything in between that sort of 6 inches past the jack.
He's changed to backhand. He's gone 2 backhand, 1 forehand, now back to backhand again. How's his weight looking?
Track is really good if he's got the legs.
Gee, has he got the legs? Not quite. Still holding 1. Now this could be a championship bowl.
That's it.
He only needs 1. He's got 1 rock in his hand and he's put it down on the forehand.
Same speed as the last 2. He's a bowl tighter than his last attempts.
This isn't far away at all.
Is it going to turn enough? No, is the answer.
Once again, pressure still on.
It's interesting. I don't know. I would have been trying to cover that sort of flirt up there that Gerrin just played. You know, if Stas stayed on the forehand there, he sits a yellow bowl. It really forces Gerrin to try and draw the shot, whereas he could, like he did, played the right shot, just flirted up there with the yard, sits a bowl, maybe gets the shot, trails a jack, gets the shot, or sits Stasinowsky's bowl and gets the shot. So
Jenke just having another suck on his blue Powerade. He's thinking, right, this 21st shot is what I want. Give me a suck on that blue Powerade and see whether I can get at this end.
that's it.
Stasinowsky, he's doing a good job, isn't he?
He
Sticking
is
in there.
closing down.
And psychologically, the first bowl is a very important one because if it's nice and close to the kitty, the pressure will then mount even further on Jenke to try and get that last shot that he needs. That's not too far away at all. That's a good start. Murray Bridge versus Berry. Stasinowsky versus Jenke, and Jenke puts down his yellow bowl on the backhand. Once again, Well, we've been saying it all day, all game. It's not going to be far away.
Yeah, he hasn't really been wide there all game. Like the first few ends he probably was. He was just sort of figuring it out. But, man, for the last probably 6 or 7 ends, he hasn't been wide. But recently, these last 2 ends, he has been just, I don't know, feeling the pressure of that one bowl. One shot required. Stasinowsky not going to go away quietly.
Around the mark again. Gee whiz. The pressure's been on and he's risen to it. Jenke will go backhand again. Once again, we watch it as it goes past the commentary box. We know it's going to be close. We know it's going to be really close. And will it fall over?
Oh, what an effort.
It won't fall over.
Does make his next one a little bit easier. Does make his next one. There's another bowl to sit and flop in. Stas really, in my opinion, needs to get some jack movement here. Just a little bit. 6 inches would do the job for him, or he sits a yellow bowl. Sliding pass is another good option.
Just remembering that there's only one shot required for Jenke to win the championship, and he's going to have the last rock. He's going to have the last bowl. That's his second to last bowl. He's following it down. He's doing the customary rundown with the bowl.
Not far away if he's got the legs.
He has done this perfectly. What a lovely bowl. Not only kissing the kitty, but sitting with it as well. He's currently got the championship in his hands. What's Stas got here?
He can be just over the draw here. He sits a bowl or trails a jack. He's back in the game.
Jenke won't need to bowl his last bowl.
He's going to be tight, I think.
He's not going to need his last bowl. Jenke has won the championship, Isaac. He won't need to worry about his last bowl. Stasinowsky conceded. Great sportsmanship, shaking hands with Jenke, as well as the marker, Chris Jackson, and Isaac Trenorden. What a great game of bowls. A really, really good game of bowls.
Certainly was. Certainly was. Stasinowsky out to a very commanding lead. I think he would get out to 8-1 after 6 ends. So, a very, very strong start. But Jenke really just peeled him back. He went to, 6, 7 ends unanswered after that 8-1 lead. And then, it was very commanding after that to get the job done. Last year, the runner-up. This year, the champion.
Very proud moment for not only Jenke, but of course the Berry Bowling Club, the spectators that are here that are watching. Hugs and handshakes and everything happening, and the fact that he was in grand final last year and not getting the job done in the singles last year, getting it this year is an absolute credit to him. It shows his consistency as a bowler. If he can make grand final 2 years in a row, congratulations to him.
Certainly does. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into this stream. It's been great. Chook Hazlitt, thank you for joining me.
My pleasure, mate. Thanks for inviting me.
You're most welcome, and thank you, everyone, for tuning in. There's still action to come here at Marion. Unfortunately, no more streams for the day. But if you are in the area, we've got the fours semi-finals about to kick off. The pairs final is, only 3 ends into a 15-end battle, so there's plenty of time. Get down to Marion, watch some good poles played, and if you're playing the round robin, feel free to come down and have a practice. Outside of that, though, this is a Bowls of Say stream brought to you with Spacequake. We'll be back again for the Women's Country Carnival in a couple of weeks. Outside of that, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you on the next stream.